You want shirts? I got shirts.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie, this is Hero Wars Central, and today is episode 9 of my question and answer session. Today is Sunday, it's the day of rest. I love going through you guys' questions and answering the best that I can, and it's always incredibly insightful to read some of the questions because they range from incredibly simple questions that some of us take for granted that we just know, all the way up to incredibly complex questions that maybe even the most long-term seasoned veteran players may not know. So how this video series works is in the comment section of this video and other Q&A videos, I want you guys to leave your Hero Wars and Hero Wars Mobile related questions down in the comment section, and I'll pick out 3 to 5 questions and answer them in the next video. Now, I know that I can't get to all of the questions, so what I want you guys to do, if you find that I'm not answering your questions quick enough or to your satisfaction, join the Discord. We'll have plenty of opportunity to chat there. Of course, you can message me directly on Facebook or through my Patreon page as well. So with all that being said, let's get started with the questions. I've got 5 questions today, and I wanted to start with this Celeste question. A ton of people have been asking me how to deal with Celeste teams, and I could list everybody's name here that asked, but it's been literally dozens of people have asked me in the last couple of weeks for some reason. So the main way to deal with Celeste is utilizing Cornelius. And the reason for Cornelius is because of Cornelius's ultimate ability. And that ability is... it's set up specifically to take out really squishy, low health, magic damage heroes. So the ability is Heavy Wisdom, and it says that it hits the enemy with the highest intelligence with the monolith, dealing damage proportionally to their intelligence. You also have as a green ability, which is Rune of Suppression, which it reduces a target's magic attack. It takes the enemy hero with the highest magic attack and reduces their magic attack for a little while. You also have his blue ability, Protective Dome, increasing magic defense for the whole team for 6 seconds. And then finally you have his Violet ability, which is Memory Loss, and that reduces the level by 1 of their first skill, that ultimate ability, of 1 random enemy hero at the beginning of battle. It could land on Celeste, it could land on Galahad, it could land on whoever's in the opponent's team. But this anti-magic using hero is set up to just handle Celeste very easily. So level up Cornelius. You don't even need to invest a ton of materials into him. Just get his levels up, his skill levels up. You'll be fine. Nicola asks, what hero to get out of my hero soulstone chest? So in his question, he's referring to the Facebook daily login bonus on day 28, where you can get a lesser hero soulstone, where you get 50 soulstones of your choice, with some exceptions: Cleaver, Jet, and Sebastian. I know that this isn't available on mobile, but I do know that occasionally on mobile you do get hero soulstone chests. So there's kind of a couple different recommendations I can make with this. The first one that I would do is to take a hard look at your team and take a look at the weakest hero on your team and find out how to get that weakest hero's soulstones. And if you can get them easily, say from the campaign or maybe from the merchant, I wouldn't spend them on that. I would also take a look at the chest-specific heroes. That would be like Martha, Satori, Dorian, Arachne, a couple others that you're gonna have a hard time getting anywhere else other than the chest, and maybe get one of those. And then finally, I would probably focus on getting one hero that is very close to Absolute Star, getting him to Absolute Star so that you can unlock that Soul Coin shop, the Soul Shop, where you can trade in extra hero soul stones for different materials. And there's not a lot in there. Of course, Jet's in there. You may or may not like Jet, but you can also get XP potions. You can also get occasionally some great items. I know on mobile you can get artifact chest keys. So that's kind of the long and short of it. I want to do a whole video based on this next Friday. In fact, I had a planned video for my 28th day chest on Facebook. So look for that coming up very soon. And then I got Edward asking two different questions that I felt were very important. First of all, I got a lesser elemental spirit for Christmas. How do you activate it? So Edward is referring to the Mrs. Claus or Mrs. Winterfest reward that we got. We got to pick from three different options. We got to pick three options from 8 different options, and then we randomly got one of those 3. And he was lucky enough to get a Totem, which is a Facebook Titan buff. And he wanted to know how to activate it. Well, how you activate the Totem is you kind of activate it just like you would any other hero or Titan. It builds up energy over the course of battle, and then you click on it like in the bottom left hand corner, and it will activate its ability. Now, how do you get its bar to charge up? You have to have at least 3 Titans of that element in the team. And if you have 4 Titans, if you have your 3 man and then your the Super Titan, then it will charge even faster. So you have to have the Totem, then you have to have 3 of the same element, 3 or 4, and then it just activates just like you would any other hero's ability. And I'll have a little thing on screen where you can see where I click it. All right, hope that clears that up. So he also asks, can I have multiple totems? Yes, absolutely. So there are 3 different totems: earth, fire, and water, and you can have all 3. You can level them all up, and you can see here that I actually have both the water and the earth totem on my Facebook account. I was very lucky to get a totem from Winterfest myself, so very lucky there. And you can have multiple totems. The problem is you can't have multiple totems active in the same fight because of the first question that you asked, Edward. How do you activate it? Well, you have to have 3 of the same element, and since there's only 5 Titan slots on a team, you can only have 3 of one element and 2 of another element. So you'll never be able to have 2 totems active during the same fight. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. But you can have multiple teams. Whenever you're doing the cross server, the tournament thing where you're fighting your Titan teams versus other Titan teams, and there's 7 stages. The name of it escapes me right now, but I'll flash it on the screen. You can definitely mix and match your team based on who you're going up against. So kind of keep that in mind. And then finally, Arn asks, in some compositions, my Bob team's Karke is hitting 2 enemy frontliners. Sometimes Karke is only hitting the opponent's tank. Why is that? Is it a bug or a feature? So I'm assuming that you're referring to Karke's first ability, his gray ability, the Nexus of Horror, the knock up, where it knocks 3 enemies up into the air. It may be that you're referring to the Deadly Tendrils half of it. I'm not exactly clear on which side of it you're asking a question about, but let's kind of break down both of these things. So first of all, Nexus of Horror is Karke's gray ability. It's the ability that he uses whenever his ultimate bar gets filled up. Knocks 3 enemies into the air with the lowest health. So first part of your question, why is he only attacking the frontliners? The chances are your frontliners are the enemies with the lowest health. But it should be hitting 3. So if you're talking about Nexus of Horror, the actual knock up missing, or the image not showing, it's possible that the opponent is dodging, or maybe Karke was blinded, and that was the missed attack that the blind caused. It's also possible that they had a movement buff on them and Vari locking them down so that they don't get knocked up in the air. Lots of different things could be happening with that ability. If you're talking about Deadly Tendrils, and that's the side of the ability that the tentacles reach down from the sky and damage the knocked up heroes, that could be affected by the opponent's hero level, because it does double damage to some heroes, and it does double damage to those that get knocked up, but it does it won't do the double damage to those people randomly, or there's a chance to not do double damage if the target's level is above a certain level. So if you're not at level cap, it's possible that maybe that's what's happening. I'm not sure which side of it you're looking at. It also could just be a bug. It absolutely could be a bug. This is a game. It's made by humans, and we're all, we all make mistakes. So, it happens. Hopefully it doesn't happen too often, because, Karke is my favorite. But with all that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up here. That was 5 very good questions. I love that you guys keep turning these questions in. I'm looking forward to the questions that I'm going to be doing for next week. So just kind of a recap from yesterday's video or Saturday's video, if you're watching this at a later date, my skins giveaway is going to go live on March 1st. It's going to start then, and I'm going to give away a fresh skin to a random lucky subscriber once a week from now until I decide to quit, which is ideally, never. When Hero Wars decides to wrap up shop, if they ever do, then that's probably when I'll quit. And you have, of course, the opportunity to get extra free skins per month by joining my Patreon. So check those out if you have time. But, your viewership in this video and my YouTube videos is more than enough for me. If you found me helpful, entertaining, educational, whatever, consider caressing that like button. Don't forget to leave your questions in the comment section down below in this video. And I love you all. I'll see you in Dominion.